Hey bookworms, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. I'm Sam, and in today's video I'm going to be letting my cats choose what I read for this video. So I have seen this being done a few times, but my cats do not play along, so I don't know how this is going to work out. They're a little crazy. But you know what, we're going to give it a go. I'm going to let Klaus and Elijah choose what I read. Fingers crossed it works. So first of all, I'm going to go through the books that I've chosen for like each cat. First up for Klaus, I've picked The Book Proposal. I'm looking out for love. These are two romance books because Klaus is really loving, but this cat can cause some problems. So I also picked a thriller, which is called Do Not Harm. I've had these books on my shelf for a little while. Well, one of them's new. The other two I've had on my shelf for a little while now. And you know, I just figured it's about time I got to them. Next up for Elijah, I've gone with The Proposal because he can be loving when he wants to. He's really loving to me. He's just not loving to Arvin. So he loves me more. Then I've gone for a newer release book, and that is Jojo Miles, Someone Else's Shoes. This one I had for a while and I really do actually want to get to it. Oh my god, there's a bookmark in here. I just got so excited. Look. Wow. That's a surprise. And then the final one I picked is one that I think is going to be like a cozy mystery, and that is Fear Wong's Unsolved Advice for Murders. So yeah, these are the three books that I have selected. Now let's go and see which ones they pick. Pick. I guess I'm reading that one. Okay. Lighty, you gotta pick a book for me. Look around here. Okay, so they have picked. And let's start off with Klaus. I think he went for the one that I least wanted. But you know what? I am excited. He has picked Looking Out for Love. So I guess I'm going to finally get into this one. I remember when I first got this one a couple months ago, I was really excited for it. And yeah, I'm excited to see what it's about. I haven't really seen people talking about this either. So maybe like this make people want to buy it a bit more. I don't know. I'm going to basically be reading it and then I'll give you guys like an update halfway through maybe. It just depends. I do my reading vlogs very different from other people, but I will try to give you guys an update halfway through. And then Elijah actually picked the one I really wanted to read. I mean, it was a choice between this one that I really wanted and this one. And this is the one that Elijah has picked. And I believe this is about, I think it's two people like who exchange lives. I could be completely wrong. I really don't know too much about this one, but I want to go into it like kind of blind. So yeah, we're going to be reading a newish release. And actually, I think this is kind of a new release too. I think this came out this year. So we're reading two romances. My cats are feeling loving today, I guess. But yeah, I'll let you guys know an update once I have one. I think I'm going to start with this one though, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts. Morning guys, I have started reading Looking Out for Love. I decided to go for this one first as Klaus picked it first. And surprisingly, I'm actually really enjoying it. I think I just didn't expect to go into this book and love it. I was having a lot of doubts as I haven't really seen this book being spoken about much, which by the way, it needs to be spoken about. I'm about 130 something pages into this book and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I will say though, this cover does not match the book or the vibe, because this kind of screams like one night stands and a lot of smut and stuff like that. But the other cover, I think America cover, fits the book perfectly, and I kind of wish I had that one. So in this book, we're following a character called Stella Shakespeare, who has recently been dumped. She has no job and her dad has cut her off from Baghdad, so she's pretty much running out of money. Now, in the beginning of the book, she wakes up after having a one night stand with this guy, and she's kind of looking for the one. She wants to find the one and move on from her ex. But this guy's not it because he makes some comment and she's like, I'm out of here. She doesn't end up getting this job interview that she's gone for. Like, the guy kind of seems a bit sleazy and it's like more flat with her, like, are you single? So she ends up leaving that interview kind of feeling a little bit down, and then this woman sort of grabs her with like her arm to speak to her and be like, oh, there's this person inside, and she's asking all these questions, right? So Stella answers, but then the woman gives her like a card, a business card, and says to her like, if you're looking for work, give me a call. Stella, you know, having nothing really to lose, is like, you know what, why not. So before she does decide to like call this number though, she ends up meeting this guy called Fitz in this bar, and she really likes him. She's thinking like maybe this guy could be the one. I feel like she needs to chill a little bit though and trying to find the one and get her life together. But you know, she wants love. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. So this Fitz guy ends up like going after one drink, and now she's really disappointed. But then she ends up getting like a text message from him like later on about going on a date, even though she never gave her number to him. So we're still going to try and work out what's going on there. But I do think this guy might be a private investigator, and that's not a spoiler because I think it says this on the back of the book. So, you know. So anyway, Stella's now gone to meet this woman who offers her this job, and at first Stella's like, excuse me, what is this job doing? Is this illegal? You know, she's a little bit worried, but when she gets there, she realizes that she can be working as a receptionist for a woman who has this like private investigator business where they like look for people who have affairs and stuff like that. The concept of the job actually and stuff like that is really fun, and I've had such a great time reading this so far, and I just want to get back into it and see what's going to happen. Where I am currently at, Stella's just gone to meet the guy Fitz for this date, and I was kind of at first like trying to work out, is her romance going to be with this Fitz guy or the one night stand guy, because she does bump into him again at the hospital and he works as a doctor. So yeah, I don't know. I do think it's going to be the Fitz guy though, and I'm really interested to see how this is going to work. Like, I don't know if he's working for the same company as her or what. We still got things to be answered. All in all, this is a really fun read, and I just want to get it finished. I'm not feeling very well today because I actually got heat stroke yesterday, which like, poor me, right? So I think what I'm going to do is spend the rest of the day like reading this book and try and get it finished, which means then tomorrow I'll give you guys an update if I'm feeling better, because I swear getting out the camera and stuff like that is effort. So yeah, so far really enjoying this. I kind of believe this being a 4-star right now. Like I think this could be a 4-star. Do I think it'd be 5-star? I'm not sure, but Klaus's chose good. So I'm gonna stop talking because honestly I don't feel great, and I'm gonna go and finish this book and see what happens next, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts, my rating and all that stuff when I've finished it. Good morning guys, I have finished reading Looking Out for Love, and I'm going to give this book a 3-star. I was going to give it a 3.5 star. To be fair, I don't know if I'm going to drop it down to 2.5. This isn't an awful book. Like, I did have a decent time reading it. I wasn't bored. However, there's a few issues that I do have with the book that I just didn't like. First of all though, I did like Stella's job. So Stella ends up getting this job for this woman, and who is a like private investigator, and that was a lot of fun. Originally I did think that the guy she met was like a private investigator, but I was wrong on that. I think it's because I heard someone else saying they believed that was the plot. So I enjoyed that. Like, that was a lot of fun. I kind of wish we had a lot more of it. However, after that, I can't really say what I loved about this book, because like I said, it wasn't boring, right? But our character Stella's obsession with love just makes her blind to all the red flags that are there with this character Fitz. Like, there are so many red flags that people just would not ignore this. It's just, oh, her relationship with Fitz was so cringy. Like, honestly, I just think that this character is a little bit stupid, if I'm being honest. Like, how can you just like ignore all of them? So when something gets revealed, I was like, well, yeah, like, that's obvious. Stella's character was another reason I did not enjoy this book. Her character is spoiled and selfish, self-centered, honestly just all about herself. There's something that happens in this book regarding her friend, and any normal person would be supportive and be there, but she literally puts going and doing the deed with this guy first rather than being a decent human being and friend. And there's nothing wrong with flawed characters. I think having flawed characters always makes things feel very real, because nobody's perfect, right? And the thing is, I feel like this could have been redeemed if her character had any character growth and development, but the author just failed to do that. Like, this character learns nothing, and when you think that she's learned something at the end of this book, yeah, no, I just feel like that completely got undone. I think this character is absolutely freaking delusional and just don't learn anything. There honestly was no development of this character at all, and I don't understand why the author just didn't put the effort in to do that and make this character turn around and have learned from what happened. But she really doesn't learn anything. I really hated her character. I did love the character though, Harold, which is her elderly neighbour. He is honestly such a cutie. The book could have been about him and I've been happy. And again, Stella's friendship with her neighbour just shows how selfish she is, because all the things that she just does. So this wasn't, like I said, an awful book. I have heard that this isn't her best book. She has got other books out there that maybe I'll pick up one day. Like, I don't know. I have heard that like her other books are a lot better than this one. People said this is not her best. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 2.5, maybe 3 star. I haven't made up my mind yet. So I finally read this one. Really great. Now, I started reading the book that Elijah picked for me and I ended up DNFing it. And I didn't want to end this video where I've just read that one book because that's like not much content, you know. So I decided last night that I would get Elijah to pick a new book. Before I actually show you that clip though, let's just talk about why I decided to DNF someone else's shoes. So it's entirely my fault. I picked this up thinking it was going to be a romance, contemporary romance. I didn't really know much about this. Now, I don't enjoy just contemporary books. I like I said, contemporary romance, but contemporary books are just something that I've no interest in anymore. Reading this book, I honestly thought at first it was about these two characters that literally switch lives, like a sliding doors effect sort of thing maybe. Well, they don't switch lives, do it, it's like two different lives, but you know what I mean. This was not that. It's literally just about these two women who actually pick up the wrong bag. So she picks up one woman's bag and the other woman picks up her bag, and now she has to wear her high heels and she has to wear her trainer. And it's about walking in other people's shoes and you know, learning not to judge someone before you get to know them. That sort of thing. That's literally what this sounds like this book's about. Before I chose to DNF this, I did though check like people's reviews, and pretty much, yeah, I was like, okay, this isn't my book, this isn't for me. And I felt bad because I was like, you know, it's not Elijah's fault, he's a cat. So I was like, okay, let's just pick a different book so then I'm not giving you guys a video that's not fully done, you know. So last night I picked another 3 books. I picked one book that was already on the list for him before, then I picked I think one that was on Cloud's list, and then I gave him a completely brand new book. I wasn't feeling too good, so my partner went into sitting room to film him picking, and yeah, let's just roll that clip so you guys can see what he picks. So Elijah ended up picking Do Not Harm, and at first I was like, okay. I feel like I was kind of aiming for like the other 2 books, but we can't, you know, we can't fault him. He picked a book and it was this one. Last night I read about 56 pages of this book, and I was listening to the audiobook, and can I just say how much like, excuse me? You're just gonna get right into the plot? Like, this book just jumps straight into the plot. So, in this book, we're following our main character. I don't know her name. Okay? I forgot. But we're following this character who's a heart surgeon. Like, I think she's like a surgeon. She does operations. In the very beginning of the book, that's what she's doing. And they lose the patient. Anyway, she's going home and her ex-husband calls her to tell her that, I don't know, it's something to do with like the sale or something to do with some money. They have a bit of an argument. When she gets there, she sees all these fans pulled up. Now she seems worse like that is bailiff. She's going in and she's like trying to ask them, but they're just talking in their language and pretty much ignoring her, but she's looking for her son. However, things get pretty dark quickly, like really quickly, and they tell her that they've basically installed cameras. They put something on her phone and they put a tracker on her car, and that she is to kill her next patient. Her next patient is a big one. He's the next, I think, Prime Minister, President, whatever you want to call it. And they tell her that she has to make sure he dies. Of course, at first she thinks this is like insane. Like, what? Like, I don't think anyone would really believe this. They'd be like, you know, this has got to be a joke. Turns out this isn't a joke though. They've killed her neighbor and they show her proof, and they have her son. They tell her that if she doesn't do it, if she gets caught, if she tells someone, her son will die. So now she's stuck in this situation where she has no choice but to do what they're saying. We don't know if she's going to go ahead and do this. Like I said, we're only 57 pages into this book, but it just left off where she's now got to pretend like this didn't happen so no one finds out in order to keep her son alive. But we're also following the point of view of a character called Margaret who works at the hospital with her, and Margaret's been stealing from like everyone, but the hospital are aware of it and just don't know who it is. Margaret's actually pregnant, which means this could give her away because the person stealing has been stealing like pregnancy tests and stuff like that. We don't quite know what's going on other than she is being like threatened with money, or I'm not too sure what's going on. All I know, she hasn't really got much money. She had to sell everything. Her ex-boyfriend's come to get her stuff and she kind of ignores him because she's so disturbed and she's expecting this baby. So yeah, don't know how these 2 stories are going to tie up, but they're very, very interesting. I'm probably going to go away and read like at least half this book, and I might give you guys an update if I don't finish it. I haven't really got time to read this until later on today because we're going out for a meal, and then my partner's got badminton and we're going for a drink. I do have to edit as well, so I'll let you guys know my thoughts, but at the moment I am getting like 5-star feels just because it's really fast paced and got into it, and I love that. So yeah, I will let you guys know what I think when I've halfway through or finished. Hey guys! I finished reading Do No Harm, and I realised in the last clip I think I said it's called Do Not Harm, my mistake. And I'm giving this book a 4-star. I really enjoyed this book. It is fast paced, it really gets into it, there's a lot of action, there are twists. This book was honestly such a great read. Elijah chose well. I mean, Klaus chose decently, you know. But hey, this was a 4-star read, which I'm so glad. There were so many things that happened in this book that had me like, okay. I have to admire the author for creating a character that you can sympathise with, but at the same time dislike so much, because I didn't like her. Like, I felt sorry for her, but there's some things that happen that just, you know, give me good reason not to like her. Also, in the previous clip, I told you guys how you got 2 point views. You actually have 3. So you got Anna, the mother whose child's been taken. You have Margaret, which is the woman who works at the hospital, and they do have their like entwine, like the story does come together with these 2 characters. And then you got Rachel, who is a detective. Again, she has like her own little backstory going on, but all their stories come together. Rachel obviously investigating like some stuff that's happened. I can't really tell you what, because I don't want to ruin it. And then you got Margaret and Anna. And yeah, I was shocked by the end of this book. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, will I pick up anything else from this author in the future? Yeah, because he knows how to write fast-paced thrillers and just really hook you. Like, this book was obviously this book was a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be, so I'm so glad that I picked this up, because I almost didn't. I was just going to leave it there and watch them to be like, bye. But no, I am so glad that I picked this up. If you're looking for a fast-paced thriller with plenty of twists and action, then this is the book for you. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video of my cats choose what I read. I'm thinking about doing it again at some point, so you have to let me know if you do want to see it again. If you enjoyed this, I think my cats like enjoy being part of the video because they love the camera. But yeah, I am thinking about doing this again because it's a lot of fun. I also am planning on doing a video where I read books based on my cat's personalities. You guys actually voted for that, so I've seen that you voted for it and it is gonna happen. I'm just trying to work out like what books could work for them, so that is definitely coming. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye.